Well, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome to Hour of Power with the Queen. Of course, I am the Queen of Collaboration, Angela Thomas Smith, coming to you on this amazing Monday morning. Y'all getting ready to go live on TikTok, getting ready to go live on TikTok, live on Kick, Twitch, YouTube, and the Crew Podcast on Facebook. So I want you guys to make sure that you are following us on all of these various platforms so you can stay informed and stay updated to what we are doing around these social media streets and out here in the community. So y'all, I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited. Yet another Monday. Y'all, another Monday that we ain't seen yet. We get another opportunity, y'all. We getting another chance to impact lives. So I'm getting ready. Like I said, I'm getting ready to go live on on Twitch as well, y'all. Getting ready to go live on Twitch, Kick, Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. So I'm getting ready to go live on TikTok. You guys get ready to go live on TikTok. Trying to get my screen set up so I can go live on TikTok as well, y'all. Again, I want to thank all of you guys that have been supporting the things that we are doing. Y'all, we were in Chicago this weekend, had an amazing time, had an opportunity to meet with Lachey, an amazing author poet, had an opportunity to go over and sit down and, you know, interact and engage with her, had an opportunity to see where her and her family has been living for over a year as they await a heart for baby Cash. If you guys are not familiar with that story, we're going to be sharing that story a little more and a little more in depth across this platform. We're going to be articles going to have her on to be interviewed, and we're going to be following this journey, y'all, because we want individuals be able to help tell the story of baby Cash. So we're gonna be following her journey as she awaits her heart transplant, y'all. If you're not following Lachey, please make sure you follow her. Again, I am Angela Thomas Smith. I am the founder of AALSC, the African American Literacy Awareness Campaign, the Crew Podcast, and Aspire Authors Magazine. Y'all, I'm sorry. I'm trying to type this heading in over here on on TikTok, y'all. Just trying to get this thing set up so we can go live. So just bear with me just a second. Remind you the music that's playing in the background is just that background music. It is not mine. I do not own the rights to it. Just playing it for my own personal entertainment as I prepare to go live and share this what the Lord has placed on my spirit on today. So you are live on an hour of power with the Queen. So come on in, come on in, come on in, come on in, y'all. We're gonna be sharing just a little bit about Shift on today, and then I'm gonna be sharing a little bit out of Shay's book. I'm going to share some of her poetry on today. But today, y'all, I really want to touch on. We've been talking about shift. We've been talking about shift, and God had dropped in my spirit when I originally did the first book, and I'm gonna have to do another one, y'all, because He's giving me some more letters to go along with that word. And I told you guys as He dropped them in my spirit, I was gonna definitely be sharing them with you guys, and He has done just that. So today we're gonna be talking and looking at some more words to go along with that word shift and what it means, what He dropped in my spirit that it means, y'all. So I am trying to get over here to my notes. I'm trying to get over here to my notes. I don't keep it it ain't look, I keep it real. And I need notes to get me through because I want to make sure that I am doing what I'm supposed to be doing and I'm keeping on track. So y'all, God dropped so much in my spirit, I have to write it down. I can't keep all this in my head because I'll be done lost my mind. So I am trying to locate my notes. I got them. I got them, y'all. Here they go. Here they go. Here they go. Okay, so when he dropped it in my spirit for this week, y'all, this week, it is going to be very important um, that we stay the course on this, and it's stay the course. Stay the course is the first. It's the first thing we're going to be talking about, and that is the S in shift. The S in shift is stay the course. No matter how rough the journey is, commit to your purpose. And when you commit to your purpose, you will be led to God's promises. Y'all, He got over 365 promises for us. That means every day we wake up, we can walk into a promise of God. Every day that we wake up, every day that we wake up on this side, we can walk into a promises of God. So who don't want to walk into a promise of God? Knowing that no matter what you're going through, no matter what you're looking at, no matter what it appears in the natural, that He is still working on your behalf behind the scenes, that He's still shifting things. He's still, you know, trying to walk you into your purpose and the thing that you're supposed to be doing. So, the H in shift, and this is moving into God's power. The title of this lesson is moving into God's power. The H is holding on to His unchanging hands. When everything around you seems like it's going out of control, when everything around you is changing, God's love never changed. His faithfulness remains the same. His promises remains the same. He is the same God all the time. No matter what our situation looks like. It may look like all hell is breaking loose around you, but you have to understand that He is yet moving. He's yet in control. That He would never allow anything, because y'all, He already know everything that we're gonna go through before we even go through. He already knew who was gonna be when we was inside our mother's womb. So everything that we are enduring, some of it, y'all, we have brought upon ourselves from the choices that we made because He give us free will. But regardless, we have to hold on to His hand and know that His hand is never changing, that His love is not going to change, that He's forever faithful, and His promises shall come to pass. While you're holding on to His unchanging hand, while you're staying the course, you got to learn how to inspire yourself. You got to learn how to speak life. Y'all, we talk about affirmations. We talk about the power of being able to speak life into ourselves. Y'all, we have that power. If we look over in Proverbs 18 and 16, and this is for the believers. If you look over to Proverbs 18 and 16, it says that we have the power to speak life or death. So, what are you speaking into your life? Are you speaking death or are you speaking power? Are you speaking life or are you speaking those things because you have that power? So we can speak life into our own soul and become a source of encouragement for everyone around us, everyone that we encounter. Even when you're going through, y'all, you can learn how to speak into somebody else. Because one thing that Apostle always tell us, she said, that you do want to do for others, God will do for you. So even if you're going through, even if you are having a hard time, you got to learn how to speak life into somebody else. Even if you can't even see your way out of your own situation, you got to be able to inspire somebody else. You got to be able to look past your situation, because there may be somebody out there that's depending on you. So that's when we got to stay the course. We got to hold on to His unchanging hand, and we got to learn to inspire ourselves, because you're not always gonna have cheerleaders. You're not always gonna have people that's gonna be rooting for you. Even those that say they are cheering for you and praying for you, they may not be praying the right thing for you. Instead of PRAY, they may be PREY. So y'all, we got to learn how to do it for ourselves so that we can do it for others. Speak life into your own soul. Speak life into your own soul. The F, faith. Faith, y'all. Faith. This week it is faith. Faith. Walk by faith, not by sight. We got to trust God even when we can't see the outcome. We got to trust God even when we can't hear Him. Because your faith is the fuel for your journey. Your faith is the fuel that ignites that thing inside of you, that ignites that purpose, that keeps you going. So will you trust Him? Will you trust Him when you can't see Him? Will you trust Him when you can't hear Him? Will you trust Him when all hell seems to be breaking loose around you? Will you trust Him? Will you trust Him? The T is testify. Now that we have been shifted, we have stayed the course, we've held on to His unchanging hand, even when things came up, even when we couldn't see it, when we couldn't hear it. We learned how to inspire ourselves. Not only was we inspiring ourselves, but we was inspiring others. And then we was believing that things were going to happen even when we couldn't see it or hear it. And we watched God move and we watched these things come to pass and we were able to overcome some things. Now we get to the point to where we're able to testify because now He's transformed us. So He's allowed us to transition to another level. He's allowed us to elevate. So now we got to testify. We can't sit down on what God has done for us. Because guess what? Somebody is waiting to hear how you overcame, how you got through, how you made it out. Somebody is waiting to hear that. Somebody is waiting to hear it. So never keep your testimony inside. Your story has power and strength to set somebody free. Y'all got to know that He gave you that story for a reason. He gave you that story so that you can tell somebody else. See, the testimony is just evidence of a test, a trial, or a tribulation that we had for a moment. And we were able to come out. We were able to go through. We was able to see what the end was going to be. See, it's the going through that builds our character. And coming out on the other side when we can see that we can tell somebody else. Because if we never go through anything, y'all, we can't tell nobody how we overcame. We can't tell nobody how we got through. We can't tell how good God was. And that's what He wants us to do. He wants us to share His goodness. He wants us to let everybody know what He has done for us. Because y'all, it's not us. It's nothing that we've done. Some of us haven't even been on this earth long enough to even begin to say that our life really inspire in doing anything, y'all. You got to think about those that came before us, those that were praying before us, our ancestors, our grandmama, our granddaddy, our uncles, our aunts, all those that came before us and were believing God for things. They were trusting and believing God for things. Y'all, some of those things are the things that are happening in our lives because of the prayers of our ancestors, their faith, the things that they were believing and trusting God for. Don't think that we begin to see the changes, even down to slavery and all those things. Don't you think that our ancestors was praying that things were happening, and the things that are happening now, the things that we're seeing are some of the their labor, some of their prayers, some of the things that they put up before God. Not all that we're doing. Even we have to understand that all of the prayers and all of the belief and all of the faith that we have, we may not see everything in this season. We may not see everything in our lifetime. But we have to trust and believe that God is going to do what He said He was going to do concerning us. Even if it don't come in our generation, even if it comes to our grandchildren, our great grandchildren, our great grands. But His word is not going to return to Him void. His word is going to do exactly what He set out for it to do. And that is to impact lives, to touch lives, and to draw others unto Him. Yeah, we're supposed to be living examples of His word. You know, a lot of us we take that literally, that He made us in His image, and then we walk around and we talk about we're little gods. You're not. You're made in His image. That means you're made in His likeness. You don't have the power that He possessed. You don't have that power. He only We only have power. The power that we get is through Him. And that's the only power we have. It's the power that worketh on the inside of us through him. But if you don't have a relationship with him, if you don't have anything with him, if you're not putting anything in him, if you're not spending time with him, then how are you going to stay strengthened? How are you going to stay how are you going to stay connected? You can't. That's why it's important for us to sit down, meditate, and spend time with him so that we can see his word manifest in our lives. We want to see the manifestation of his word. We don't just want to be just saying words and not seeing the manifestation. We want to see those things come to life and come up off those pages. We should be able to tell somebody how God brought us out, how he saw us through, how when we was on our bed of affliction, he rose us up off our bed of affliction. But some of us, we don't want to share the things that God has done for us. We don't want to share how good he has been to us when we know that it's not by our strength that we're even yet here. So I'm grateful on today that he even give me the opportunity to come before you guys. I'm going to go ahead and dive on into this lesson, y'all. So the three powerful takeaways from this lesson on today is victory comes through endurance. Staying the course, especially when it's difficult, can lead to breakthrough and growth. Secondly, your faith anchors and lifts. Trusting in God's unchanging hand stabilizes you in the storm and empowers you to inspire others, no matter what it looked like. Your testimony is someone's hope. Sharing your story of God's faithfulness moves the kingdom forward and ignites faith in others. Y'all stop sitting down on what God has done for you. He rose some of you guys up off your bed of affliction. If it had not been for him wrapping his arms around you and touching your body, you wouldn't be here today. But yet we refuse to share his goodness and to share those things that he's done for us. Y'all, we can't keep sitting down on God. Can't keep sitting down on him. I want to drop three things in your spirit on how to apply the shift to your life. One, first you got to set spiritual goals. Make a plan for your walk with God this week, next week, and every week to follow. Commit to your prayers, devotion, encouragement. Y'all, no matter what comes, spend time with him. Acknowledge him. Allow him to receive the first fruits of your day. When you get up, you should be, when you start coming out that bed, you should already have him on your lips. And you should already be thanking him. You should already be praising him. Because knowing that breath of life that he breathed into you, that you didn't need an alarm clock this morning to get up, but you got up. Stay the course. Secondly, speak faith daily. When you feel discouraged, declare God's promises over your life. Encourage someone else with a word of hope each day. Thirdly, shape your story. Find at least one opportunity this week to share how God has moved in your life, whether in conversation, social media, or group settings. In group settings, three ways to pay it forward. Three ways to pay it forward for the building of the kingdom, y'all. We got to pay it forward for the building of the kingdom. It's all for the building of the kingdom. So how to pay it forward? Y'all, you can mentor, you can encourage someone to start their faith journey. And then you can offer them support. You can guide them. You can pray with them. And you can pray for those newer in faith or facing difficult times. Secondly, serve as a living testimony. Volunteer. Use your skills or share your resources to meet the needs in your community. Let your action reveal God's love. Y'all, we know love is action. Love is not something that we have to talk. Love is something that we show. So move in love, spread love, allow God's love to be revealed to you. Thirdly, create a ripple of inspiration. Host a small prayer group, share devotional, or simply check in on a friend or family member. Remind them that God is still moving. So, y'all, today's word of encouragement is okay. As we shift forward, stay in the course, holding on to God's inspiring hands, inspiring each other, walking by faith, and testifying boldly. This week, this week's journey, we are keeping the process. We are moving along. Y'all, time awaits no one, and neither does kingdom people. So let's make every moment count. Remember, as you shift, you are just changing your own life. You're not just changing your own life, but you're helping someone else move from pain to purpose, from doubt to destiny. So let's shift together for God's glory. For we walk by faith and not by sight. I want to thank each and every one of you guys for tuning in on today. I pray that there is something that I have shared throughout this broadcast that has been a blessing to you. At this time, y'all, at this time, I am going to I'm going to be sharing some events that we have coming up, y'all. I'm going to be sharing just a couple events that we have coming up for those that may want to engage and be a part of what we have going on. So we're headed to South Carolina, Spartanburg, South Carolina to be exact, on July 15th from 12 p.m. to 3 p.m. We're going to be out supporting Trevita Harris, and she's going to be hosting a book launch. It's going to have some amazing authors, business owners in the building. So if you are in the Spartanburg, Anderson, Greenville, Malden, um, Westminster, Walk Hollow, Lawrence area, we definitely want you guys to come out and support. If you are an author looking to showcase your brand, this is going to be an opportunity for you to come out, showcase your brand. There's going to be a couple opportunities to meet some new authors, and we're gonna just have a fellowship. It's gonna be a nice time. We're gonna be celebrating Mama Afridia's 66th birthday, and I'm just excited to be able to hear from some of these amazing authors, business owners, and of course help Trevita launch her book. So we're excited. We're excited. We're excited. We hope you guys will come out support, even if you cannot come out support. Y'all, we're gonna be providing different opportunities for you guys to get involved in what we're doing. Right now we are doing a fundraiser for Baby Cash, who is the daughter of Lachey Ruckman, who is an author, a poet that is a part of the platform. She's been a part of this platform for about 4 or 5 years. And when I heard of what was going on, I just wanted to reach out to her and see how we could be a part of helping her recover. So I definitely want you guys to go over to cota.org backslash COTA baby cash, or go over to the page. Go over to my page, go over to her mama's page, y'all, and make a donation. Y'all, every little bit helps. If it's $1, $2, $3, $4, $5, every little bit helps. We are trying to raise $40,000, and I have about 6,000 friends. If I could just get a half of them to donate $1, that will be good going towards Baby Cash. So I'm putting it out there. If you want to make a donation, donate, support Baby Cash as she is in search of a heart. If you check out some of these messages, some of these videos, some of these clips from the weekend, you'll be able to hear more about Dash store. Her mother was one of the authors that came out and supported. She was also provided lunch for us on that day. So y'all, I'm excited about what God is doing in each and every one of our lives. I want you guys to stay the course and allow Him to shift you to your next. Allow Him to shift you through that next. So how do we shift? Again, a recap, and then I'm out. So in order to shift to that next, y'all, we're going to need to stay the course. H, hold on to His unchanging hands. I, inspire yourself in the masses. F is faith. Walk by faith and not by sight. T, testify. Don't sit down on what God has done for you. And I'm out, y'all. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Again, we didn't make quite an hour. We didn't even make quite 30 minutes. But when God moves, He moves. And when He tells you what to share, you share it and you keep on going. If you tell me nothing else, I have to stop when I stop. And I'm excited to be in the building today. Excited to just be able to be an outlet, to be a voice, to be the change that I desire to see. So thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for all your support. Thank you for all your prayers as we traveled on this weekend. And I want to thank all those that traveled to and from Chicago with me. I appreciate you. You are loved. Know that, know that, know that. And again, shout out, shout out, shout out, shout out to all of the fathers that celebrated Father's Day on yesterday. Shout out to you for being who you are. And two, all those that are a part of the 100 author movement, make sure that you are a part of the Ignite Your Fire page, group, so that we can stay connected, again. I thank you guys. I hope that you guys have a great day. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And Batter 17, I do not buy views. I do not buy likes. If they don't come generically, then oh well. I don't buy views. I don't buy likes. If they don't come generically, we don't need them. We don't desire them. That's why we're putting in the work so that we can do what is needed to get our brands out there so that they can get in front of the people that they need to get in front of. Don't buy likes. Don't buy votes. Thank you, Battered 17. But you can try that with someone else. I'm not interested. Thank you. Bye, y'all. Appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all. And I appreciate all your support.